Hello friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're coming back. Hi, there's 178 of you, so somebody's bound to be returning. Hi, welcome back, and if you're new, hi, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all those things, especially if you get any type of goodness from this video, if you take home anything from this video, if you find yourself in a week saying, oh, I got that from that video and I didn't hit the like button, I better go back and hit the like button on that video, because hitting the like button is free, hitting subscribe is free, and it really helps out my channel. Anyway, let's get going. I should let you guys know, I know it said it in my little intro thing, but if you are new here, hi, I'm Mercedes. I go by That Mom and That Mom Wellness Coach. I am a health and wellness coach, a health and nutrition coach, a holistic nutrition coach, and I'm a mom of two. I'm a wife. I understand what it's like to be low budget, low cost, frugal. One of my big things through health and wellness school, one of my big pushes towards health and wellness in general, is to show the average person, the average you and me person, that being healthy isn't something that has a lot of barriers. A lot of times we've been told that eating healthy is one of the most expensive things. It can definitely be expensive, guys. I'm not gonna lie there. It is absolutely, it could be horrendously expensive, but meal prepping has been one of my things that I have been basically all about since doing my program to become a health and wellness coach. I've actually been featured on my school's blog. I'm going to try to insert a little snippet right here of the blog, and the blog is also available on my website. About meal prepping. I did a whole meal prepping 101 blog and everything for my school's website, and I also have a series on meal prepping 101. I'll link it up here if you guys are interested, because meal prepping, food waste, saving money, that has been a big thing for me. I also work with the majority of my clients on meal prepping and how to minimize food waste and how to make sure that they have good and nutritious food, not processed junk only, in the house without breaking the bank and everything. So this is right on topic for me. I have notes here. That's why you'll see me keep moving the mouse around to make sure my screen stays up. I mean, a little bit of a weird area right here that I'm having you guys sit on, but I am doing this real fast and I really don't have any of my tripods and everything together. So if you're new here, you wouldn't have noticed that this is the first time I've actually been on camera in many months. There's been a lot of stuff just happening in my life and in my family life that it's just prevented me from being on camera. The only thing I've actually done on camera in the past couple months is worked on my course, which is coming soon. It's coming soon. There is a link to my website in the description. Go ahead and join the mailing list if you're interested on goals related stuff. All right, let's do it. Anyway, back to the title of this video and the meat of the video, so to speak. The veggie meat, the consistency, the jello, if you will, of the video. Trying to be everything all at once, because if you guys are returning and if you guys have been here for a long time, you'll know that I actually started out my journey as a vegan, and I was very much into meal prepping as a vegan as well. So these tips can go for a lot of people. Having said that, so you can be plant-based, you can be non-plant-based, you can be carnivore, you can be paleo, you can be keto, you can be whatever you need to be and still be able to meal prep with these simple basics. So, and at the end of the video, I will tell you how much meal prepping has saved me as of what I wrote on my notes, and I have updated numbers to share with you guys as well. So, really excited. Anyway, first thing is first, how do we go about saving money with meal prepping? Well, that's harder said than done. I know it's usually easier said than done, guys, but it's harder said than done, especially if you're not motivated. Your number one thing is going to be motivation to actually do the thing. What's your motivation? What is your motivation for meal prepping? Is it saving money? Is it eating better? Is it to be able to minimize food waste? Is it able to do any amount of other random things? Are you meal prepping because you're going on vacation and you only have a little bit of money to spend on vacation? Are you meal prepping because you're trying to save up to go on vacation? Are you meal prepping to put more into your bills? Hi, that's me. Than you would normally do. You have to have your motivation. That's your big thing, is what is your motivation. So right now, if you are following along with this video, take out a piece of paper right now and write down, what's your meal prep motivation? Why are you wanting to meal prep? Why do you want to learn how to meal prep? Why are you clicked on this video to figure out how to save money with meal prep if you're not going to meal prep? I hope you go and do some meal prep after watching this video, actually. So, first real tip from the blog and everything, that was the bonus tip, is assess your budget. You're going to assess your budget. You're going to understand how much you have to save, how much you have to spend. What you're spending is what you're saving, actually, if you look at it this way. I have written my savings from the angle that at my work, my cafeteria, I can buy stuff in my cafeteria simply by swiping my badge. This is then taken out of my paycheck before I even get my paycheck. So while they are calculating my time, everything, they have a little bracket on the side that says all of the deductions and everything that get taken out of my paycheck. What I spend in the cafeteria is a part of those deductions. So if I spent $40 in the cafeteria, that's $40 less that are going to be on my paycheck. So if I'm thinking that I want to start meal prepping, but up until, say, that point in time, say you want to start meal prepping now, say it's the first week of October and you have recently gotten your pay stub and you said that, oh, last week I spent, $50, $60 on eating out at lunchtime rather than saving by meal prepping my lunch to take with me to work. Some people are easier said than done when it comes to meal prepping and everything, but most places have a refrigerator and a microwave in their break room for their employees benefits and everything. Some places also have hot water dispensers in your water dispenser. We do have one of those dual water dispensers where it's hot and cold on the tap. That comes in handy, especially since, guys, sometimes ramen noodles still are cheaper. And if you need to crash course meal prep to be able to save some money, say that you're going to be about $100 short on your bills if you don't meal prep. So that could be your motivation, A, and then you're assessing your budget, B, that you have to save $100. Well, look at what you usually spend and then take that and put it into your budget of your meal prepping. So like I said, I spend roughly about $40 if I don't meal prep, and that's about a 2-week thing to buy at least breakfast, lunch for 4 days a week, so somewhere around 8 days a week. But I don't usually forget all 8 days of my pay period to bring my meal prep, so that's why I'm still saying just about $40. On the highest I've ever spent within a 2-week area is about $100, but I also brought stuff home for my family, and we also had appointments and everything, so we were on the campus and I was able to go and buy my family lunch and everything while we were there. If you spend about $40 on buying stuff in the cafeteria, you're going to use that amount and say, okay, I have $40 to spend on my meal prep. How am I going to be able to take this $40 and make some things that I want to actually eat and that I will actually remember to take? Because that is another tip coming up later. The second tip is to cash budget your food money. It's a lot easier to see, it's a lot easier to do, and a lot of people, when you have the cash in hand and say, okay, this is the $40 I have to meal prep with, this is all I get to meal prep with, how can I stretch this dollar? How can I actually do things that I'd like to do and get things that I would like to eat with this $40? A lot of people, if they are using their, credit cards or whatever it is to swipe for their groceries and stuff, they have automatically a little cushion space, because a lot of cards, some cards still, if you run them a certain way, even if you're like $1 or $2 short, it'll still run, and there you have a little tiny cushion. You will see that later on in your statement, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, how did I do that? Why did I do that? But in the moment, it still works out, so you're unaware that it's even happened. So you could spend $41 and be like, oh, okay, if it goes through, I still have the money in the bank, so it went through, but it's not quite there. Then you get that charge later on, and you're like, oh, that's what happened and everything. But it's a lot easier to have cash to go to the store to buy the things for your meal prep. Remembering your food is tip 3, and I just did kind of mention that a little bit in the first tip, is meal prep does you no good if you forget it in the fridge, which I have been completely guilty about doing this quite a lot of times. I will meal prep something, I will do it so good and everything, and I'm looking forward to what I'm eating and everything, and then in the morning I'm running late and I'm running out the door, and before I know it, I'm on the bus and I'm looking for my lunchbox and I can't find it. So one time actually a couple more times than just one time, I texted my mother-in-law and I was like, hey, I forgot my meal prep at home. It's already sitting on the counter. Can you bring it to me? And she's brought it because she also works where I work. So she just starts at a later time. So we don't come in together all the time. But it was able to work out that she was able to bring me my stuff, and I was able to still not spend at the cafeteria that week for meal prepping and everything. Because remembering your food goes with the next one, and it's wasted food is wasting money. So if you have spent $40 prepping things that you want to eat or that you think that you want to eat, and you're saying, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take my meal prep every single day, I'm not going to spend money at work, I'm not going to spend money going to lunch with my friend, with my coworker, and I'm going to save this money, and in the end, I'm actually going to save more money. If you have forgot your food and then you say, oh, it's fine, I'm going to take it the next day, if you don't have somebody that can bring you it, like I just said I did. But if you forget it the next day too, then you're like, well, it's okay, I'll take it the next day. You're going to get to a point in time where that next day doesn't come because the food is bad, and you can't take that food with you to work anymore. Sometimes I will take food with me to work and end up not eating at work, and then I will be going home for the weekend. And sometimes I will now actually start to put things into the freezer, and I will leave it at work so that I have it there at work, that it's all ready for me, and I don't even have to worry about if I forgot food on Monday morning. I still have the food that I stuck in the freezer on Friday afternoon that I have at work that I can just pull out and eat and everything. So that is one way to do that. I actually have dumplings in the freezer at work right now, so I really hope that they're there when I get back. But yes, wasted food is wasted money, because if it goes bad and you end up throwing it away, you're throwing away what, $10 of meal prepped food right there. You don't want to do that. That's not good. Here's a fun one, is take note of your cheat meals, of the meals that, oh, I forgot food, it's okay, I'll buy it at here. What did you buy? What are the things that you're buying the most? Are you buying a hamburger the most? Are you buying I put a tomato mozzarella focaccia sandwich. Yum. That's one of the things that I do actually break my things for sometimes. Sometimes I will have my meal prep with me and I see that it's on the menu. I love me some mozzarella tomato focaccia sandwiches. And right now I am making a sourdough starter. I'm on day 5 of my sourdough starter and I'm so excited. I told my husband I'm going to make focaccia bread. I'm going to make focaccia bread. And it was actually very cheap to start making the sourdough starter. All I needed was flour and water, of what your cheat meals are. If it's pasta, maybe you make pasta salad as part of your meal prepping expenses and everything. There are the Simply pasta kits that you can buy relatively cheap, and you can make those and you can have them for a week because they stay mainly good in the fridge for a week. Know the length of time for each of your meal prepped items. If you have chicken breast, know it's only about 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator. If you have a cheese-based dish, know that that's maybe only 4 days that it's good in the refrigerator. Definitely use your favorite search engine and find the answers of how long something can stay prepped in the refrigerator, if you need to freeze it, and what kind of things go along that line. It definitely helps you when you are meal prepping. And I've learned that you can meal prep frozen things that you have bought at the store, and they are still good in the fridge for 2 to 3 days afterwards. Like, you bought a family-sized lasagna from the store, you cooked it up, and you meal prepped half of it for work, and you only ate half of it the first night. I don't think you're going to eat half a family lasagna, but if you take it and you meal prep it, you got 3 or 4 days right there of meal prep, plus the dinner, and you spent, I think a family-sized lasagna costs maybe $10. So right there, about $2 a meal. It does work out when you put your mind to it. Saving money with meal prep works out. Sometimes you need to do a little bit of extra math in your head. Like if you are buying small containers of rice every 2 weeks, maybe one time, if you have a little bit of money extra, put that aside into your next month's budget, and you can get a slightly bigger thing of rice that you end up not having to buy rice for a month or 2 months. If you kind of can see where that's going. You can definitely start out with some cheaper items and definitely try to bank a little bit more money, bank a little bit more, and build up a little bit so you have a little bit extra to spend. Say that you gave yourself $40 to budget, but you had $5 left over from last month's budget. Now you have $45. I'm going around in circles with this because a lot of these go hand in hand. They go hand in foot. They are just there, guys. It works so well together when you do it the right way, and there really is no wrong way. The only wrong way of meal prepping is forgetting your food. That is probably the only wrong way, and actually wasting the money that you spent to prep and save money. Like I said earlier in the video, you have to spend to save, and you have to save to spend. It's a vicious cycle. It's like one of those snakes that eat their own tail. It's just it has to be hand and foot. It has to be hand in hand together. It's got to work because it has to work. Okay, so here's the part that you guys have been waiting for. How much money have I saved during meal prep this year? In 2024, I spent a total of $1,697 at my cafeteria at work. $1,697, guys. That was by July of last year. And by July of this year, I had only spent $643. That was a total savings of about $264. But in September of this year, I have only spent $709 at my cafeteria at work, making my actual total savings, because I didn't actually write down the total from September of last year, so my bad. I still saved $469 so far with meal prepping this year. $469 saved meal prepping and constantly bringing my meal preps. As you can see, $709 spent is not very much more than that $643 spent back in July. So July to August, or July to September, that's another 3 months. I only spent maybe $100 in those 2-3 months, which is very, very good for me because I didn't end up needing to use it as a emergency, because I do spend quite a bit of money on my family at my place of work. If I'm forgetting my meal prep, that's one thing, but also if we're there and we're doing like an appointment or something, we'll just go and eat. It's just easiest for us to do. It's easier for me to take my kids to lunch in the cafeteria than it is to stop at McDonald's on the way home, because I don't have the cash to stop at McDonald's on the way home, but I can get them each a hamburger, and we can spend about $20 by doing 3 hamburgers and maybe a thing of fries to share in between the 3 of us, because we don't really need all those fries anyway. But anyway, meal prepping has saved me quite a bit of money. There were the numbers. Consistently meal prepping has also taught me that I can do it. I'm better than what I thought I could do, because in the beginning I said, oh, I could never do meal prep. In the beginning I said meal prep was too far-fetched, too crazy. But then I started meal prepping. I started meal prepping out of necessity when I was on night shift, because our cafeteria closed at 9 o'clock at night. I started meal prepping out of necessity at the beginning of this year because we needed to save more money on. I needed to save more money on things I could control, because the things I couldn't control started adding up more. It worked for us so much better. And now that saved amount of money that we've been able to save because of my meal prep, and because I'm not buying anything and I'm actually getting fuller amounts back on my check, that has been able to help us so much with our bills. That's been able to help us so much with just our overall living. And it's super hard still being low income and everything. A lot of people will tell you if they're low income, a lot of things are hard. A lot of things are very, very hard. But the thing that we can say that we definitely have is a home and lights and water and laundry soap and dish soap. All of the things that are needed in life to be able to just cut the bare minimum. Some people can't even afford that, especially in this economy. There are so many. You guys know, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know I get food boxes a lot of times. A lot of these food box places are giving out little things like that. Little things of dish soap, little things of... We got some toilet paper from the food box one day, and that was absolutely insane. And it was such a good little thing, because it's a little extra. They are our standby backup rolls. And I believe that they say like Costco warehouse on them or something. So somebody had bought probably a giant thing to go and deliver to the food box place of toiletries and everything. Those little things are things that one would never think about. That, oh yeah, if I had a little bit of extra money, I would buy this. Or if I had a little bit of extra money, I would buy this. Not a lot of people are saying, okay, I need to have extra money because I need this, because I need dish soap, because I need laundry soap, because I need... Not dryer sheets. If you want to save some money, don't use dryer sheets. That'll save you a ton of money, actually. I don't think my household's had more than 2 boxes of dryer sheets this year, because I don't use dryer sheets, and neither of my girls use dryer sheets because we have sensitive skin. I have psoriasis. They have little eczema patches and flare-ups. So the 3 of us, we don't use dryer sheets at all. So that saved a ton of dryer sheets from the house. I haven't used dryer sheets in 5-6 years. And the girls probably, my youngest probably has only had a random dryer sheet every once in a while in her clothes. And my oldest has probably not used dryer sheets for about 4 years too, because she just doesn't like the smell of them. She doesn't like how it makes her skin feel, and she does not like the smell of dryer sheets. So money saved right there. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this rambly video. It was supposed to be a shorter video, and I end up rambling just the same way as I always do. If you guys want the full blog post, because I tried not to read directly from the blog post, I tried to just take my points because I want you guys to go and read the blog post. I'll have that linked in the description below. Like I said, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, please do. It's free. YouTube likes it. YouTube's algorithm, I should say, really likes when you subscribe, when you hit like, and when you also comment on the videos. Go ahead and comment on the videos. Let me know, are there other things that you want to know about savings and what type of things a health coach can save you with working with a health coach and everything. I will definitely do videos on that. I want to do a video about health savings, how you can save money on just your normal health care and everything, and little things, because recently I got 2 teeth pulled, and that's definitely saving me a lot of money in the long run by just pulling them rather than to try to save what couldn't be saved and everything. The dentist for that one actually quoted me it was a few $1,000 difference. So if you guys want a video on health savings, let me know, and I will definitely put that video together. I've been putting together resources for a lot of people, a lot of family members, a lot of clients. They just need more medical resources, more health saving resources, all that type of stuff. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I'll make a video with all those resources that I have. Yeah, so let me know if you guys like this video. Leave me a comment below about your favorite part, and if you guys want more information on meal prepping, like I said, I have a whole series. I'll link it up here, and then I have the whole blog posts and everything on my website. And yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.